Hello, we're back immediately after the gacha, and I was very lucky to score a copy of Mr. John Fake. So now we're gonna jump right into first impressions. So it's the Black Lion King, I think that was his like pseudonym when you fought him in the event, and I can understand why looking at the design. It's very dark, but yeah, actual name John Lackland, Richard's brother, who may or may not have been a very successful ruler. I don't really know anything about him, be it lore, designs, gameplay. I'm kind of clueless, so it's gonna be an interesting one for sure. Also, again, 5-star Avenger, kind of spicy. Right, all right, yeah, we're gonna get him up to speed, level him up. Also, I believe his third ascension is unfortunately locked behind event progression, so I probably can't show that today, but maybe it's good if it's a spoiler regardless. But we'll still hopefully see all the gameplay regardless, unless there's some really weird stuff later. But yeah, this should be at least gameplay wise a good first impression. Let's go. Yeah, he doesn't talk much, does he? Man, a few words. Maybe that was his downfall. So this we will at least see. We'll get another design. I think I've only seen this design. This is the only one I've seen. So now I should be seeing something new. We sadly, again, won't see the third ascension and FA probably, but this is at least new to me. So let's go. Ooh. Oh, I wasn't what voice? Hello? Okay, 2 jump scares. 1, I wasn't expecting to see an actual human design. I thought it was going to be like a full-on lion always, but... And 2, what is his voice? My guy's a twink. He's a pretty boy. The jump scare... I had no idea. What? Oh, it is 2 different VAs. Is that true? Oh, that makes so much sense. I was like, wow, that's crazy. But yeah, I was not ready for this, dude. I thought it was going to be some grumpy old man or something if we ever do get to see him. But my guy's a femboy. What the hell? But hey, though, hey, you know what? Okay. He's got that multicolored hair, like the... Oh, yeah, besides his hair, he's also way more purple on the design now. Also, doggos! Doggos! What the hell? Those are, what, corgis? He's got 2 doggos! They're cute as hell! Well, this was a change and a half. Like, everything changed. Is this the same servant? I mean, he's still called John Lackland. Are the dogs meant to symbolize him and Richard? Oh, maybe. So are those like roses on his shoulders? So now we probably won't be seeing anything here. Womp womp. Alright, let's see the sprite. Now, first of all, we have the twink one. Oh, he has a throne! Okay! Kind of aura farming. He's got the lion on the throne as well. Damn. Ascension 1. This is the scary lion. Yeah. So yeah, this is the same sprite as the battle one too. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of cool though, honestly. It's kind of cool. Honestly, both are good, but I kind of simp. So unfortunately, no complete opinion, first impression of his aesthetics yet, because I can't have his third ascension yet. But what I see is I do like the 2 that we have. They're very different and they're cool in 2 different ways. One looks like an absolute badass with his armor, kind of edgy, but not too edgy, I want to say. And the other one was a very interesting surprise, and honestly, I kind of dig it. We got the Twink King. So you know what? Honestly, yeah. Also bonus for the doggos. I love the doggos. So incomplete opinion of Ascensions and Aesthetics, but let's talk about the gameplay next. So this I already commented this during leveling, but yeah, we have a 5-star Avenger, very low attack, 10.6k on max level, which is very low for an Avenger, 5-star Avenger. That's either the lowest or has to be one of the lowest among 5-star Avengers, because usually they hover around 12k, if not more. Oh, it is the lowest. Okay, so it is actually the lowest. Very surprising. So hopefully, if he's at EPS, which I assume it is, because support Avenger would be weird, he will compensate in other areas. But yeah, stat-wise, kind of weird, not gonna lie. And also this time we should have apparently Atlas updated, so I can actually see all the numbers and everything beautiful. Speaking of which, let's take a look at this deck. Double red, double arts. And the MP, I'm gonna assume is red as well. Okay, so they have the exact same MP type in deck. Okay, let's see the actual cards. He's got 5 hits on Buster, 4 hits on Arts, 4 on Quick, and 5 on Extra. So nice modern hit counts. And his MP gain is 0.46. So yeah, actually pretty good gains cards. The Quick is kind of okay-ish, but the R2 arches are actually pretty solid, especially among Avengers. Should be some of the better gains we have out of all the Avengers. So at least he does well there. Oh, is Richard double quick? Oh, is he? Oh, you're right. Let's see. Passives. We seemingly only have the triple Avenger passive. So let's see. The first one gives him 20% increased MP gain on damage taken. And then his party members, besides him, get minus 10% debuff res down. So, kind of, you know, the usual. He has 11.5% crit damage from the second one. Pretty high rank, so that's cool. Assuming he has some crit synergy, that can be very nice. And then he gets 3.5% MP gauge per turn from the third passive. Again, a very awkward number. These Avenger passives are always kind of whatever. They're hardly ever all that useful, but it can be okay, at least on bosses. For farming, it's pretty irrelevant, though. So that's it for passives. Very simple. Just the Avenger trio and, yeah, nothing else, because the fourth one is the event passive. Kind of tame, not gonna lie. Let's see the anti-append. It is against Saber. Gee, I wonder why. But yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's a very common case, and Avengers mostly hit neutral anyway, so yeah, it's alright. It's not bad. It's fine. Right, MP. We definitely have some lines. So first of all, so depending on the amount of king trait enemies on the field, he gets MP damage for one turn. And depending on the amount of evil alignment enemies on the field, he gets more MP damage for one turn. So it's a double dip on that, I guess. Okay. And then does damage to all enemies. And then does a buster resistance down for 3 turns. So that's after damage. Scales with overcharge. All allies get a curse heal. So when they take curse damage, they heal instead for 3 turns. So is this like Locusta? But instead of poison, it's curse? Am I reading that correct? Oh, it's both enemies and allies. Oh, that's so rare. Oh, you're right. So the king traits and the evil thing, it's both allies and enemies. Wow, so there's quite many ways to enable those MP damages then, huh? All right, let's see some numbers. This could be quite interesting. So it's a 5-hit AoE on Buster. It's all right. Wait, Atlas doesn't list the scaling though. What? It just says 0% MP damage. Does someone know the scaling? Okay, anyway, the Buster is down is 20% on base overcharge, up to 40% on max overcharge. And then it's a full conversion of the curse damage to healing. So it's 1-to-1, 100% ratio. So instead of taking damage from curse, you heal the amount that you would take. Okay. Is it 10 per? That's kind of interesting. So is it actually 10% MP damage up for every king trait enemy or ally on the field? And also 10% for every evil ally or enemy on the field? It's 10% from all of those? Wow. So he could potentially land a lot. Wait, what's his own alignments then? He's not evil though, but he has to have at least a king trait, right? Okay, so he has the king trait, so at least he enables 10% MP damage, I think, is the minimum here. Oh, I read the other side. I'm stupid. I read neutral. I forgot evil is on the second half. I'm so stupid, bro. I was like neutral. Okay, that doesn't work. Oh my god, bro. So he is evil, right? And he's also king. So the minimum, if I understand correctly now, finally, he gets 20% MP damage. Every MP, minimum. And then plus 10% for every other ally and or enemy that is either evil or king. So there is definitely potential there, assuming it is 10%, because I can't confirm. Atlas sadly doesn't have the number for that. But people in the chat are saying 10% per. I mean, yeah, there's definitely potential. Wonder if he has other curse gimmicks, because otherwise the final line of the MP is kind of weird. Oh, Koyan Light is evil. True. And Oberon is a king. Whoa. Also, wait, what is Oberon's alignment on the Ascensions? Is any of them evil? Is third evil? He is evil, is he? Oh my. Okay, so there's definitely synergy with the big Buster supports. Wow. Wait, isn't his potential for wave 3 MP damage insane then? Because of the amount of MP damage he gets? It doesn't ramp up from previous turns, but on that last turn, he gets quite a lot, and then Oberon's third skill. I bet his wave 3 damage, without even seeing his skills yet, assuming he is a farmer. If not, that would be weird. Yeah, that is probably really, really good. Wow, much like some other, Hippolyta, we have a lot of offensive icons here. So let's start with this attack buff. It's a charisma. So all allies get attack up for 3 turns, crit damage for 3 turns. All enemies remove all buffs from all enemies, yo! And then all allies get a curse for 3 turns. But hey, that curse might end up being a heal instead. Ah, yo, another full buff AoE removal from a skill. That's good. Okay, numbers: 6-turn cooldown, 20% attack AoE, 30% crit damage AoE, 500 curse, which may end up being a heal instead, for 3 turns with his MP, actually. That's cool. The buff removal is so nice. It's probably okay for farming too, for the attack. Maybe even a bit of multi-core because of the AoE. But man, is it cool for bosses though to have that full buff purge on a button click. It's so strong though. Like, it's so much better on a skill than an MP. Even if MP are more spammable, potentially, it's just so nice that you have it on skill. Like, you go, boop. Now, granted, it might be a bit awkward sometimes, because you probably would like to pop this turn 1, right? To get the attack and the crit damage, and maybe even the healing from the curse, assuming you MP turn 1. So then the timing can be a bit awkward, I want to say, because of the buff removal it might not do anything on turn 1. So there's a little bit of awkwardness there, but otherwise I do really like this skill. I think it's pretty strong, despite seeming simple. We have a Buster Up. Oh, it's a targeted skill. One ally gets Buster Up for 3 turns. Battery, -1 cooldowns, and he himself gets a curse for 3 turns. So I believe the curse isn't targeted, right? Everything else is. Wow, and again, the curse probably ends up being a heal anyway. More, so he has double battery then, I guess. Because there was a battery icon on the 3rd skill. Okay, 6 turn cooldown. Target gets 30% buster for 3 turns, 30% gauge, and then he himself, not the target. Well, if you target him, and yeah. Another 500 curse for 3 turns. -1 cooldown. So wait, effectively, whoa, his skills are like 5 cooldowns each now. If you target himself, that's pretty good. Yeah, it's very similar to the Ket's buff. You're right, actually. Damn, that seems... Again, it's basic, but it's good effects, though. I'm kind of hoping 3rd skill, it's clearly going to be a battery thing, but I'm hoping it has some kind of defense as well, because otherwise running him on bosses might be a bit hard. So I'm guessing at least like a 50 self. Yeah, it's a self-battery. Surely it's 50. Okay, self-battery, self-attack up for 3 turns. Ooh, what is this? He gets anti-neutral power mod for 3 turns. Interesting. Before damaging the enemy, gives self-crit damage for 3 turns, and that effect lasts for 3 turns. Okay, and this is every attack, including his MP. It doesn't say normal attack specifically. And then he, again, gets another curse for 3 turns. Wow, makes sense that they're all curses. Yo, okay, let's see the numbers. 6 turn cooldown. Oh, wow, it's 30% battery. Well, I guess they did want to give him 80. So, yeah, I kind of get it. Okay. So another 30% for himself, 20% attack for himself for 3 turns, and then 30% anti-neutral power mod. And then whenever he attacks before damage, he gets 10% crit damage for 3 turns. And that can stack as many times as you can hit with his cards in those 3 turns. So the max is, I believe, 120%, because it counts the extra as well. So if you somehow manage to do triple Brave Chain in a row, you get 120%. Whoa, this curse is more potent, though. The previous 2 were all 500 curses. This one is 1k. So if you use everything on himself, he gets a 2k curse for 3 turns. And normally, that actually might be a problem, especially in an Avenger who's a squishy class. But again, because of his MP, that's just a heal now. Like, I assume it would have a pretty good, like, basically 100% uptime. So he gets like 2k healing per turn when all of his skills up. I guess his HP, because his attack is pretty low, his HP is pretty high for an Avenger. What was it, like 14k? Yeah, it's honestly, without foes, it's 14.8k. So actually, he's like the tankiest Avenger then. But granted, he does not have hard defense though. So that is a bit scary. I was hoping to see like maybe like a 2-hit invul here or something on the final skill. I don't know. But yeah, he's effectively 555 on cooldowns if you target himself with his 2nd skill, which is pretty good for these effects. I think this is pretty promising, right? Yes, his attack is low, because he's going to be hitting, especially because he's neutral most of the time, but the amount of buffs he has, especially because he can double dip everything for turn 3. Like, I was already glazing his potential turn 3 damage because both Koyan's and Oberon will enable his MP to have a lot more MP damage, which scaled really well with Oberon's 3rd skill, but that was before I even saw his skills. Now I know he can literally double dip all of his damage buffs for turn 3. Hell, well, actually turn 2, because, yeah, it's turn, because they're 5 turn cooldowns. You don't even need the append. You can get everything back on turn 2, but you might not, will you? Because of the battery split. Not sure if you can use everything again on turn 2. Can you? So, despite his low attack, I kind of see why they lowered it, or made him the lowest attack, because of all the damage buffs he has. It's a lot. Alright, next up, I'm gonna take him for a spin. I want to see some animations. We're probably gonna check both Ascensions this time. I assume they will be pretty different. Let's go. Whoa, that was kind of spooky. Like dead people. Man, he lifts up his, like, cloak. There is. Wow. He seems kind of I don't know what he's kind of feeling there. Remorseful? I think we're gonna start with the MP, just to see it. Honestly, his voice is pretty cool. It's cool. I like his voice. I think I've seen this one. If this is the same one that was visible in that one battle before the raids, then I've seen this one, but I want to get a good refresher anyway. So he does get 2 minimum MP damage ups here. I'm not gonna lie, the damage part looks pretty bad. Everything leading up to that is pretty cool. I like the slow zoom out, the ground shattering, his lines, the chancy sounds cool. The damage part is the one thing that looks kind of whatever. The enemies just get hit like, you know, it's like whatever. Otherwise, pretty damn cool, actually. Whoa, thorns or something. Bloody. Oh, and then he skewers them. Ooh, purple tornado. This feels King Hassani. Cool slash. Wow, there's quite a bit of blood in some of these as well. Send them. Oh, they shoot their blood! That's so metal! Oh my! Oh wow, there's another one. That's a big skewer. Ooh. Dude, look at the crit damage buffs.
I think the first Ascension was him when he was the king of England after Richard's death.
Oh, he now
And the
yeets
second
them.
Ascension was when he was the second prince.
The stomp. Kinda aura though. Okay. Just shifts his legs and gets purple aura. Oh, the doggos! Oh! They're so cute! Yo, he was leaning in. He was locking in. Did you see that? He leans into the thing. Alright, forget. Let's send the MP. So this is different probably now. Is the music different too? Ah. Oh, it's mostly the same. They just change the sprites. Ah, damn. So is there a different one on the third one then maybe? They did change the sprite at least. Whose shadow is that Richard? Who was that? Money! Make it rain! Ooh, that's so cool. It's like a decapitation. Oh, what the hell? Did he clip the enemy inside like pavement or something? What the hell was that? Oh, the quick one was like, he was like, guillotine? I don't need one of those. And then he just sends like a saw blade that just spawns on their neck. That's crazy. Like, my guy doesn't need a guillotine to like decapitate people. He just does it. What are those? Rocks thrown? Okay. Now he's sending purple balls. Oh, Richard with the dive though. Damn. Oh, he's got the thorns too. This time they kind of strangle them and explode. Okay. Ooh, their backstab. Wow, cowardly. All right, so yeah, I don't honestly know how to feel about him. One thing I mentioned or realized during my animation showcase as well, that I was saying like my one big gripe with him is that he doesn't have any hard defense, but then I realized he doesn't have any absorb either. So he has this stacking crit damage buff, but it's going to be really awkward to use it on him because Avenger base absorb is so bad. So supports are going to have to work overtime to make sure he actually manages to crit decently. But obviously that's not really relevant for farming, I guess. I think farming is going to be straightforward and it should be pretty good numbers, if not even great numbers actually. So farming I think is solved. It's going to be pretty good. Bosses, I don't know. Seems like the buff removal being tied to the buff thingy is awkward. Not having absorb, awkward. No hard defense as an Avenger, a bit awkward. I don't know. He seems a bit tricky maybe for bosses, or maybe I'm overthinking it. But farming should be pretty straightforward at least. So there you go. That's my somewhat not fully conclusive first impression of John Lackland. But yeah, there you go. That's the first impression. Sadly, only one new servant today. But hey, if you enjoyed this one, leave a like on the video. This might be it for Strange Fake Servants. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's more on a later date. Whether it's a second Strange Fake collab or whether they're going to release some of the servants on other events or maybe even main story. You never know. I think there is possibilities because they have done that in the past. Like we got Semiramis for Valentine's, for instance, because we also had an Apocrypha collab. So anything is possible always, I want to say. Also, subscribe not to miss out on future videos and hit that notification bell. Shout out to my patrons in the screen for supporting the channel. And otherwise, good luck if you're rolling for John over here. And may you have a great rest of your weekend. And again, we'll be back with tier lists again starting next week. Apologies for the 2-week gap. But yeah, surely next week, unless something really, really weird happens. So yeah, expect to see tier list action next week. Take care and see you then. Bye.